Hey everyone. So today I have something a little different. I have to be in the picture just because this is hard to do on the table. But anyway, so this is the Field Marshal Return of the Jedi EE3. So the Boba Fett blaster from Return of the Jedi. This is the all metal and real wood walnut stock version. That's the only version, I guess. But instead of being resin cast or something like that, this is the all aluminum. It's pretty weighty for aluminum because I guess just because there's so much to it. The barrel's pretty thick and everything. But yeah, so this is it. So this is with the full deal. This is it's kind of a you don't get to see all the metal, unfortunately, because it's all covered up. But the kit is really good. The scope is pretty much dead on to a real scope. The Webley itself is pretty much dead on to a real Webley. I mean, they're scanned from the original thing, so there's no reason to think. Even the brass grip here, which you don't see because it's painted, is here. But in fact, I have one here from the Empire Strikes Back version that I'll be doing for Chris himself. But anyway, so this is the real brass. Everything is just top notch, super cool. And now it's fairly straightforward. You put it together, you paint it. But I tell you, the paint to get it accurate there's a lot to it. There's a lot of different colors to it. There's a light gray primer base coat, and then there's a dark gray over that. Then there's washes of rust and black and different grays, and there's dry brushing of gray and stuff like that on there, and rust, and it's just, man, there's just so many details. This is cool. So one of the things here is Chris makes the 3D printed greeblies of this. The little skull, I call it skull because it looks like a skull this way. That's how I see it. Can be found on the Visible V8 kit. And this one, I don't think this is identified yet, so nobody really knows what that is. But it's on all of the Return of the Jedi ones, the stunts and everything. And these are from the F4E Phantom kit. And these actually are real ones that I got. I found a Phantom kit and got those. This is Field Marshal's T-Track. Now this was probably the most difficult part for me, just because, so there are different versions of this blaster in the Lucasfilm archives, and so this is kind of based on the Hero one. There's another one with a quite different, a little bit different barrel tip, and there's some stunt ones, but most of them have this barrel tip. But in any case, the T-Track, some of them have the T-Track split down. I guess they were just a different shape or whatever. They had to like cut one of the legs off the T-Track to make it line up all the way around. And there were others that didn't. They just had all the T-Track all the way around, and it was an even number, or a whole number, whole number of them. And that's how Field Marshal's worked out, because I don't know the full story on his T-Track. He found an original mold someplace, and that's how he's getting these. But in any case, I worked out the pattern, got them pretty accurate, and it was just difficult to get that all set up and cut. And I got these as accurate as I can get them. The two medium ones, two short ones, and the cuts. Now I have no idea why this cutout is here. Zero. On some of the stunts you'll see some screws put in there. Some of them you'll see that the T-Track are cut into different pieces, probably where the gun was split from when Luke cut it in half. It's just hard to say why things are like this. But in any case, this is it. Pretty cool. So this Webley does have a working action. You have a hammer. It works in single action. Works in double action too. Very cool. You can open this. You could, it's hollow. You could put something down in it, I guess, if you wanted to. But yeah, pretty straightforward, but very cool. So The scope does have glass lenses, but I left the pictures I have of the original prop, or one of the original props. They just put some masking tape over the glass when they painted this whole thing, and so I put the masking tape and left it there as well, because you can still see the masking tape on the original prop. So I did the same thing, just to keep it authentic. But here is one for a customer, and here's mine. Mine's almost done. I glued these greeblies on today on this side because they just came. I just need to glue them on that side, and then I'll be good to go. Kind of cool. So, funny enough, I ended up liking this version of the Boba Fett blaster more than the Empire Strikes Back one, mainly because this one is just more practical. The ESB is with the Molex connectors on the sides. It's real fiddly. You can't bump it. You bump it, they fly off. It just kind of sucks. So yeah, it's a cool design. I do like it, but I think I prefer this as more of a practical weapon as far as Star Wars go. Some of the Return of the Jedi stuff is just a little bit different from the first two movies, but I end up liking them a lot after I get to building them. So very cool kit. So if you can get one of these, I highly recommend it. The build isn't too bad. There's a bunch of filing. Bunch of sharp edges to get rid of, a bunch of mill lines to get rid of. But once you get through it, man, boy, this thing turns out fantastic. And it's not quite as heavy as a real Webley, but it's still got some weight to it. It's got some heft to it, which is really cool. So yeah, that's it. This is the Boba Fett EE3 from Return of the Jedi on the Field Marshal kit. Very cool. Even has the 1917 and Webley in London, Birmingham stamping here that is engraved into it. So that's very cool. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Definitely go out and get one of these. It's super cool. It's not cheap, unfortunately, but it is way cheaper than getting a real Webley, and or even some of the cast bronze ones that exist out there. And much better feeling than resin. So anyway, yeah, this is pretty cool, guys. Thanks for watching.